back to my channel, or if you are new here, hi, hello, thanks for stopping by. My name is Laurel and this is my personal lifestyle, mostly AuthorTube channel. This video today that I'm filming is going to be a quick recap of 2020 and then my 2021 goals. Now this video is going to focus specifically on writing related things. Mostly just because the lists are so long already that I can't really include any of my, like personal goals in this video. So let's just quit wasting time and jump right in. So 2020 was crazy. We all know this. But for me, it was really a great kickstart back into my writing. I had been taking some time off from writing, besides writing on my blog that I have with my best friend. It's called Mamahood Unbalanced. I will link it down below. It is about navigating motherhood when you're dealing with mental illness, chronic illness, or children who have chronic illnesses. So it's all of those things sort of lumped into one. We did take a quite lengthy hiatus in 2020, most of the year, in fact. Initially it was because I was in a really bad place mentally and I just couldn't. And then it was, there was the Black Lives Matter movement and we didn't want to take away space on the internet from those stories, and COVID, and it was just one thing after another in 2020. And then I lost my mom in August, so we really have just been off the blog train for pretty much the entire year. So that was sort of the downfall of my writing for 2020, but the benefits actually really surprised me and kind of came out of nowhere. So in mid-October, I think I was just watching like a booktuber or something, and then got recommended some Preptober videos. And being that the whole world is kind of shut down, my husband was back working in the office at this point, but there was looming suspicions that he would be coming back home. My kids have been homeschooling for the year because my middle is high risk, so we decided not to send them back to school, and we don't have the internet to support virtual learning, so I was homeschooling them, which did not go well. Anyways, so in mid-October I saw a couple Preptober videos and was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Just spur of the moment, decided I was gonna do Nano. I had tried Nano twice before. Once I had gotten 15,000 and something words, and once I'd only gotten like 6,000 words. So not great progress, definitely not a win by any stretch of the imagination. And this year I decided I was gonna do it. It had been an awful year for me personally, especially, but for everyone obviously. And I decided I was gonna do it. I needed a win. I needed some sort of motivation. I needed to get my life back on track. So I started doing Preptober and it actually went really well. I had this idea that just sort of came to me. It was one that I had been pondering for a while, I guess, but I had never really actually come up with all the various plot points. So in Preptober, I just started outlining and all these plot points just started coming and coming and coming. So I did Preptober. I started up my YouTube channel again and converted it to an AuthorTube, and I met so many awesome AuthorTuber people, really like so many cool people in the past couple months, so I'm so grateful for that. And I did Nano and I won on the 24th of the month, which totally blew my mind. I continued writing because my draft wasn't done, and I finished writing my draft. I actually typed the end on November 30th after writing 60,295 words. So that was a huge win for me. Something that I had attempted multiple times in the past, I'd never had success with, and especially facing it in this year, I really didn't think it was even going to be possible for me, and I did it. So that was NaNoWriMo. That was the big exciting writerly thing of my year. And then December 1st, I started editing, which a lot of people recommend not jumping right back into your story. But the way I did it, I think I circumnavigated any issues that you might see when you jump right back in. So what I did was I used Pro Writing Aid. I will be doing a review on it a little bit later. I think it's scheduled for January. So I used Pro Writing Aid through Scrivener, and I just did 1 chapter a day, and I didn't read the chapter. I just looked at what the Pro Writing Aid suggestions were, which are mostly spelling, grammar, etc. And then if you really want to get into it, you can get into all the style and really getting down to the nitty-gritty of how it's written. But I just did the very basic spelling, grammar, and some initial style issues like passive tense and that sort of thing. I just did that 1 chapter at a time, and I didn't read it. I just clicked through to each error that was highlighted, and if I needed to, read that 1 sentence for context to make sure I was making the correct change, and that's it. And I did 1 chapter a day, and I got through it. I got through it in about 10 or 11 days, I want to say. I did a couple days I did more than 1 chapter. And then on December 12th, I started the 12 Days of Writing Challenge, which I originally had no intention on doing because I had written so much in November and now I was into editing. I really had no intention of picking up that challenge. But spur of the moment, I decided I was going to do it, and I did it. I wrote 11 out of the 12 days. I took a mental health day, so we're right in the middle there. And I ended up writing 7,500 and something words, which was great. And what I chose to write during that challenge, because I was already editing my work in progress, I actually chose to write just a bunch of different plot bunnies that I had and to sort of flush out what kind of worked, what I was jiving with, that sort of thing, and what I would maybe want to write coming up in 2021. So that's what I did, and I think I landed on the story that I want to write, which is exciting. It needs a lot of research though, so we'll have to see how that goes. Also in December, I was accepted to the Humber College Creative Writing Mentorship Program. I did a whole video on that, so I will put it up in the iCards and link it down below, and you can sort of see what all of that means. But basically, I'm going back to school in January, so that was very exciting to get accepted into that program, because it's not based on like your high school diploma or anything like that. It's based on a sample of writing that you send them, so you have to sort of prove your worth before they let you in. So I felt good about that. So then I did the 12 Days Writing Challenge, and at the end of December, the 23rd, I think it was, when I finished the 12 Days of Writing, I started doing an actual read-through on my first draft. And the way I'm doing that is on my iPad through GoodNotes, and then I'm using my Apple Pencil as like a red corrector pen, and I'm reading through and just, you know, making little corrections, making little notes as I read through. So I'm going to be done that read through about January 15th, and then that'll put me in a good place to start making those edits and get started sending my work out to my mentor when I go back to school January 18th. So that is what I'm currently actively working on. Now here we are, it's December 28th, and I am so ready, so ready to move on to 2021. I have no delusions that it's going to be far and away better than 2020 was. No delusions about that whatsoever. So let's jump into the 2021 goals. This is already being a longer video than I had intended. So starting right away on January 1st, my friend and I are relaunching Mamahood Unbalanced. We are diving back in Our first blog goes up January 1st. We already have the first couple written and ready to go. So that is something that we learned the past year and a half since we started this blog, was that we can't be leaving it till the last minute to get things scheduled and get the photos in and get social media posts ready and all of that. We have to have things done in advance. So we already have the first couple ready to go, which is amazing. And that'll be relaunching January 1st. Again, the link is down below if you are interested in reading about those things. All that January stuff, working on my Nano project with my mentor through school. First semester ends at the end of April, and by then I should have half my book fully edited via an alpha reader, sort of, if you want to look at it that way. And I'll have half my book, like line edited, developmentally edited, everything. So that's really exciting. And then I have a couple weeks off, which is perfect because I'm hoping to take part in Camp Nano in April. So I will have a couple weeks off right there. And I don't know what my project is going to be. I don't know if I'm maybe going to dive into one of the plot bunnies I was writing about for the 12 Days of Writing Challenge, or if I'm going to do something else, or if I'm maybe going to use that time for editing my Nano project so that I can get ahead for sending stuff out when second semester starts. I'm not really sure, but I am hoping to participate in some capacity. And then I'll just be going back and forth again with my mentor. Again, I hope to participate in Camp Nano in July as well. Same sort of situation. Don't really know as of yet what I'll be doing, but that is on my goal list. And then at the end of August, my program ends and I should have a fully edited novel read through by an alpha reader, fully edited, developmentally, everything. So then I'm gonna give myself a couple weeks to read through again, see if there's any other tidbits I want to change, maybe back at the beginning of the novel now that we've been working at the end of the novel. And then I'm going to send it out to beta readers, and I'm so excited for that. So all through September will be beta readers, and then October I'm hoping to start querying as well as start Preptober for Nano 2021. Feels like a lot to say it out loud, but I don't think it really is, because once I have that query letter written, it's just a matter of like finding the right people to send it to, customizing it a little bit, and then sending it off. So I don't think it's gonna be too hard once that base letter is written. So I'll be Preptobering, then I'll be Nanoing. I hope to win Nano again. And then probably December, I'll be doing a similar sort of thing to what I did this year with editing that Nano manuscript. So those are my writing goals. It seems like there's a lot, but a lot of them are spread out over months at a time. All the work with my mentor, for instance, that's spread out from January to the end of August. So that is really, I've got a lot of time in there to get that done. So that's my goals. I'm really hopeful that it's going to be a good year goal-wise, even if it's not a good year otherwise for humanity. I think the last couple of months writing has really helped me get through some really tough times this year. And of course I'll be continuing my morning pages, which often are actually evening pages. I've kind of fallen out of the habit of doing them first thing in the morning and have been doing them in the evenings or recapping the day, which is not the way I want to do them. So I'm hoping to get them back on track as morning pages, but be continuing on with those, be continuing on with Mamahood Unbalanced blog, and continuing on with writing my books. So those are my goals. I know that's all really vague. I have pretty firm set timelines, but not so much set steps to achieve each goal. So that's something I need to work on. But as for having them have set timelines and being realistic and all of that, I definitely have that nailed down, I do believe. So that is my 2020 recap and my 2021 writing goals. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know down below what your biggest 2021 goal is. Doesn't have to be writing related, just anything that you are really hoping to accomplish from the top of your list this year. and I hope that you all had as good a 2020 as was possible with the circumstances we were given this year, and that you are looking forward to 2021 like I am. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the new year. Bye guys.